Hello and welcome to Building on a Budget Models for the second part of our Lancia Delta build. When looking at the body you can see that there is quite a large mould point in the middle of the windscreen. What's interesting about these Italeri kits is that some of the joints to the sprues are really broad, so they're best broken off with a bit of light sort of bending this way and that. I then went around and sanded away points that had a little bit of flash. The bonnet of this car is a separate part, but there's no engine. Ukrainian scale car productions do produce an engine for the Lancia Delta, which will fit in either this kit or the Hasegawa version. However, I chose not to go with it this time. Did a quick test fit before using some extra thin to glue it down. There are small vents in the top of the car, which I fitted in before painting as well. And there's the car after 2 coats of white gloss from Rust-Oleum. I then moved on to doing the decals the following day. I always start with the largest ones, as that will then give you the room to place the smaller ones. Helpfully, these ones have got small holes for the door handles and the fuel cap, so there are some pointers to get it positioned in the right place. I used some micro set and micro sole to let them adhere to the bodywork and fit into the panel lines, and scraped away the excess moisture with a cotton bud. The ones on the front fit over the panel line with the bonnet, so if you did want to make the bonnet removable, it might be worth cutting these in half first. Additionally, you could run a new, very sharp craft knife down the gap, as I did. A slow and gentle rolling motion with the cotton bud is good, as that will squeeze away some of the excess moisture without moving the decal. Lining up the one on the driver's side is a little difficult, as the door is not yet installed. If you make a mistake, just remember, don't panic. Try to remove it without tearing it, slowly and carefully, and a little bit of extra water or decal solution will always help. In my opinion, the Martini livery is probably one of the most iconic in all of motorsport. And this is the first car which I've done using this, so I want to make it look good. The bonnet vents really help when lining up these, as it's easy to get them as symmetrical as possible. The Martini logo overlaps the bonnet vents slightly, so a little bit of decal solution will help them fit into those slots and give a painted on finish. As you can see here, I'm doing that with a cotton bud soaked in micro sole. The Lancia emblem on the roof actually fits over the slot for the antenna, so try to get it in a place where the antenna won't disrupt the Lancia writing itself. While the decal was still wet, I used the point of the tweezers to poke through into the slot for the aerial. This decal at the back had overlapped the boot a little bit, so I used a very sharp new blade on a craft knife to cut away where it had overlapped. A new blade will get you as clean a cut as possible. Here I'm using my jeweler's tweezers so I can grip it without it getting stuck to my hand. The 1890 to 1990 emblem on the side of the doors was celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Auto Club de Monaco. The decals give you a choice of either the Italian Mickey Biasson or the Frenchman Didier Auriol. Biasson was the reigning World Rally Champion at the time. However, it was Auriol that won the 1990 Monaco Rally. Biasson finished third. As you can see here, the number plate section is completely separate, which means there'll be no fiddly masking. This is the hinge for the door. It had a little bit of flash on, so I removed that before giving it a test fit. One of the ways that it's secured in place is that there is a small square which fits through into the bodywork, and it's actually in the position where the side indicator should be. So I decided to colour it orange using a Sharpie in order to have it stand out as the indicator. The door itself is quite well moulded. The hinge itself is a strange design. I find that it fits quite well in the recess, but it doesn't actually turn very well and often just simply falls out. I wanted to fit the door in place so that the decals that went on that side were exactly correct. I used a little bit of super glue to fit the hinge first before putting the door into place. Doing it this way means that you can be absolutely certain that the decals will line up with the ones on the left and the right of it. I decided to go with Mickey Biasson's number 1 car, not only because he was the reigning world champion, but also because I already have a Didier Auriol car that he won the Monte Carlo Rallye as I built his 1993 Toyota Celica, or Celica. Funnily enough, I always associate this car with the Celica thanks to the game Sega Rally. And here it is. I'm going to put some gloss clear coat on it to protect the decals before doing the rest of the black plastic trim, and then it will be pretty much ready to go together. The door only opens to quite a narrow angle, but to be honest it's quite nice that it opens at all. It's very rare in these size scale models. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.